Action.
Okay, we're going to make a lower large square, and for this, because the anterior is so wide, we're going to start with a non-extraction ovoid number 1. Any loop size that you have chosen for the lower, it should be loop size anywhere from 22 to 28, maybe as much as 30. And you start by laying the wire on top of the master, and you'll see that there is a bulge out in the anterior. And on the non-extraction number 1, we also have like a curvature in on the molars, and we're going to have to straighten that out. So we're going to start out in the first step by like flattening the anterior. That will be at the midline, and most likely just at the midline, but you might want to hit at 1/3 and 2/3 of the way in between the loop as a second and third bend to make it exactly the light flatness that you want. So to do that, I'll take a hollow chop plier and I'll start at the midline and I'll give it a little squeeze, and I may slide it over here, give it a little squeeze, slide it over here, give it a little squeeze, and let's see how close we came. That looks pretty good. Okay, now what we want to do, you can see that it fits our template until this point. We're going to take a arch marking pencil. We'll get it symmetrically on both sides, and we will mark the wire when it diverges from our master. So we're going to put a light wire plier here. We're going to bend this in just a little bit on both sides, and then you will notice we'll have to make another bend out to get rid of the toe in on the back. So let me take a light wire plier. I'll put it on the mark, the round end on the inside. I'm going to bend it in just a little bit. Put it on the other side, bend it in the same amount. You just hold the wire with the plier, bend it in with your finger, and then compare. Okay. I'm not really looking at the back of the wire yet, because the back of the wire is going to be inside. I'm looking right here on the side here, so I need to bend in this side just a little bit more. Okay. Probably just a little bit more. Wire is going to look a little strange right now. Okay, so we now have the curvature correct to this point, and now we're going to bend the wire out straight. So again, I'm going to mark where the wire diverges. You might want to erase your first mark so you don't get it confused. And on this one, I will put the round end on the outside, and then bend it out. And pretty close, but you can see we're still a little divergent, so you may have to just keep working down the wire, making little marks until you get it to straighten out. Okay. Just going to work down the wire. Actually, it doesn't really matter if the round end is on the inside or not. So you walk the plier down the this one takes a little more. A little more time. The large square is the most difficult to bend. There we go, now we're getting close. So if I can say anything, I would give you like encouragement to walk the plier down as you straighten it. I could probably even make it just a little bit wider. Do that with your fingers. There we go. Okay.